And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chiefs, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Hey, 57, 57. Argo Willie. 15, 15. Yellow. Hey, 57, 57.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now a 2nd and 2.
Yellow.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
15, 15. Yellow. 15. Argo Willie. 15, 15. Attack, attack.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Yellow, yellow.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
57. Hey, 50. Come back.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Yellow, yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10.
Attack, attack.
Let's get in the game.
Hey, color, color. 50, yellow, 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 yellow. Hey, 43.
Mahomes going to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Yellow. 15. Hey, 43, 43, 15.
Now it's Mahomes again. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Eagles.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. These two teams all tied after 1.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Called a gain of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Again, it's Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A handoff to Barkley. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it?
go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. And they can't bring him down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Yellow. Let's go on, Eddie. Hey, yellow. Hey, go going. Hey, rip list. Hey, Sunday.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Mahomes to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds. After getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A handoff now for Pacheco. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Throwing now is Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 4.
43,
Brings up 3rd
43.
and 5.
I told you, 15.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Yellow, 15. I'm going blue, 80.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Here's a give to Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And the Eagles first down. A gain of 12. First down, Philadelphia.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Back to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Set. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Tiger Swamp.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Elliott is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. But it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey,
A gain of 2.
Yellow.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Mahomes. He'll drop this on to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Attack. 15. Yellow. Hey, yellow. Go. Fight down these two. Watch out.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Under a minute to play now. Here's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. And they try with Pacheco. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So after the penalty, a break. 1st and 5.
Fight down these two. That's a lot. Right. 15. 15. Yellow. Hey, ribble it. Hey, on Sunday. Right side.
Mahomes will throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's to the 10. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Eagles.